course, we're here. Slap News pre-fight interview, Power Slap number 5, coming up live and free on Rumble. I have Azael Rodriguez here going up against John Davis, the Machine. This is going to be one hell of a matchup. Let's get into it. Let's break it down. El Perro, how's it going, my man?
I'm doing great, Corey. How are you?
Awesome, man. You've had some time off. I see you training like a beast. You're out there in the heat. How's the time away been for you? And are you primed and ready to take on John Davis here today?
Yeah,
on October 25th. Sorry.
Yeah. So I've been away again. I came back to the island and just been training over here on my own on for this matchup. I think going out to San Diego for the 2 months that I did go out for Jesse, that kind of built that foundation that I needed to be an overall better slapper. So after I left for the 2 months, came back to the island, went up against Amir. You saw what happened, and now just getting ready for this matchup against John.
Yeah. So I mean, you're 5-1. Correct me if I'm wrong, but John is your only loss today, correct?
John is the only loss, and John is the only match that I won the coin toss to. So this is my second coin toss win. So
there we go. Fate has it again. You win the coin toss. You're gonna strike first. I know you've seen John, up there, obviously, capturing the title, defending it as well against Wesley Drain. You see anything different in his game from the last matchup that you two had to what he's been doing recently?
Honestly, I was actually thinking about that yesterday. I was like, I haven't really seen a lot of anything different in his game plan. His slap continues to be the same. The only thing that I did see was his heart. He did show he's always shown he has heart and determination to be up there and take the shots and continue. But just being able to see him do what he did after he got injured and continue on his match and still get that victory. That's the only thing that I saw different in John. But his slaps and everything else, I don't see anything different.
Yeah. Are you preparing at all for that left in case he re-aggravates his shoulder? We know he didn't get cleared, to do physical contact until, early to mid-September. So are you preparing in your mind at all? I mean, I'm not sure if you went up against anybody else that strikes left-handed, but
yeah, Carice actually hit me left-handed. Okay. Yeah, Carice, I think he only hit me. We went 3 rounds and he hit me once with his right, and then the other 2 were his left. So I am pretty prepared for the left shot, and I am preparing, just taking all the precautions necessary to prepare for that left if needed. Because when Carice hit me with his left, it was a surprise to feel what it felt like differently from getting hit on this side than on this side. It was just it was different. It was definitely a shock.
For sure. When you're up there at the table, how much are you actually comprehending? Like when your opponent is saying right on 3 or left on 2, like, are you in such a zone that you don't even hear it? Or do you feel pretty cognitive of kind of what's going on around you and stuff like that? I'm just curious.
I think that's probably the only thing that I am aware of is when they do their call out. Other than the other things that are going around, the refs and the crowd and everything else, the coaches, just I am in my personal, I am pretty aware and cognitive of what's going on when they are calling out their strike.
I mean, it's hard to call you an underdog being 5-1. You had to go through the road to the title, and I'm sure obviously that's kind of been put behind you because your performance has proven that deserves to be behind you. The growth that you've had since your matchup with John and that loss, like, has that lit a fire inside of you to be more mentally prepared and focused, having to overcome that adversity, going into this match?
Oh yeah. After I lost against John, it definitely sparked a fire. It definitely it left me kind of thinking for a while of like the things that I needed to change, the things that I needed to do differently. So yeah, definitely it helped I'm kind of glad that I lost against John. I just went back and worked, and then I'm glad I got the 2 matches that I got in order for me to continue to show my improvement, continue to show why I'm ranked number 1, and now I'm going to be the champ. So, yeah, definitely, it was a good thing getting that loss, and I think a lot of the people in Power Slap, not everyone, but there's been multiple people that have lost and came back stronger. So I think just being able to take that loss and utilizing it for my advantage is you're definitely gonna see it in this match.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just pulling up the odds here at Station Casino. And so you are the slight underdog right now. You're minus 110. John Davis is minus 120, almost a pick 'em. Do you feel like you're an underdog going in this match, or do you feel like it's a straight up even competition?
I think it's a straight up even competition. But I can see why I'm the underdog, just because John did manage to put me down. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not upset that they put me as the underdog. This is my second opportunity to showcase my skills, and I won the coin toss. So it's like you're gonna be able to see it. So yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. In regards to some of the rule changes, the redemption rule and stuff like that, do you think it's going to play into this match whatsoever?
Yeah, I think so. I think if I put John down, for sure, it's gonna come down to him if he's able to get up and use that redemption rule, and then try to knock me out. And hopefully he doesn't, because I would hate for the match to end in a draw.
Kind of going into this one, obviously with Amir, there was a lot of, back and forth on social. This time around, obviously John Davis is not going to take that approach. He's a very much a workman-like mentality. I mean, very similar to you in a lot of ways. Do you think that's going to be kind of a boring lead up into the match, or do you kind of think there's going to be a bit of animosity come that press conference when you get there in Vegas? You get your blinders on, you're focused. Like, is the true dog going to come out, or are we just going to see, a mutual respect all the way through?
I don't know, man. I think I'm playing it as it goes. I think it's gonna end up being a mutual respect type of situation. But if the dog wants to come out the day of, who knows, man? I think it just all depends on the energy that I read from John. Just we did have a face off recently, like 2 weeks ago, and I mean, it was just a mutual respect, and it was just hard for the dog to come out. And so it's like, I don't want to be that fake person to like have to bring out something that's not needed. So the dog will probably be shown on stage.
Gotcha. You get flown into Vegas to do the promo shoots, to be able to hype the fight. You're probably 4 weeks, out from the event itself. I don't want to say you're friends with John Davis, but, obviously be in the house, those OG guys have some, some friendships and stuff. But, being there with a guy that you're going to fight, is it like you guys just shooting the shit, just chilling? Is there a bit of an edge? Is it awkward? Do they keep you guys apart? Are you guys kind of standing off stage together, just, shooting the shit? Like, what's the vibe like? And like, at that point, were you starting to get into fight mode, or were you just kind of chilling?
Well, I saw John. He was coming back from like a haircut, and I was about to go out for a run. So it wasn't too awkward. But it was like, I think him seeing me getting ready to go out for my run, him coming back from a haircut. It was kind of like we were looking at each other like, okay, we're working. So then I'm pretty sure John took that as, okay, now I need to go and work. So, but on stage and everything, all the things that we did for the promo, I think everything was just so professional and so organized that we easily just completed what we had to do. And no awkwardness there. I think we both came from the house. We both know each other, and I mean, we're not like the bestest friends, but I mean, we're not friends. We're just acquaintances, and we just happened to be on the same team. So during the house, so yeah.
Gotcha, my man. This one's going to go into has the potential to go into championship rounds. Scheduled for 5 rounds. Realistically, how do you see this match unfolding?
Man, I've been working on my slap. I think you've seen it. You've seen the growth on my slap, and since I have a lot of time off since Amir's fight, and my slap has increased a lot. So I'll be surprised if John could take the first hit. If he does take the first hit, all my respects for John, but he better come with a big shot, just like I said for Amir, because I'm going to eat it. I'm confident that I'm going to eat that and come back for that second slap even harder. And if it goes third round, even harder. It's just going to continue to increase, but I'm aiming for that first round knockout.
Awesome, my man. Definitely making every strike count is certainly incredibly important in this game for sure. And you want to be putting out your best, most powerful slap every single time. I don't think you want to keep anything in the bank. You want to be trying to knock them down and knock them out as quickly as possible. This one's going to be, intriguing. Definitely, that revenge match, the second time you guys are going up against each other. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be electrifying. Power Slap has took a step away here the last little bit, kind of went dark for the last 8 weeks or so. Great to see the promo dropping, and the card that's been released is certainly fire. I mean, Power Slap number 1 will always hold a special place in a lot of your guys' heart, but this card at number 5, talent wise, is probably the best yet. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. I just saw it this morning or whatever. And man, I'm excited for it. I wasn't expecting some of the matchups, and I was like, "Whoa, this is gonna be great." I'm kind of bummed out that I'm not. Hopefully, I could see it in the back, in the locker room. But yeah, I'm excited for everyone, especially for the middleweights. Travis and Wesley. I'm always excited for the middleweights just because you got the number 2 and number 3, and it's just like we're gonna see how it plays out after winning the championship. Who am I gonna go up against? It's gonna be great.
Totally. Let's talk about a little bit about the middleweight division and kind of where it's at right now. What's your thoughts on the overall health of it? We seem to have, a couple guys at the top, yourself and John. We've got Wesley, who's kind of middled, kind of in that, that 500 range. I believe he's 3-4 right now. And then we've got Travis Aragon, who's a bit of an unknown. So what's your overall thoughts on the state of it? And then maybe give us a little bit of a comment or preview on what you think the Wesley and Travis fight will go, or how it'll go.
I think the state of the middleweight division, especially like 1 through 5, I like where the rankings are. I would like to see a little bit more action in the middleweight because I mean, honestly, you don't see a lot of the middleweight matchups, and you see some of the other guys that are beyond the 5, and like, who are they? Kind of want to see who these guys are, and maybe they could make an impact on the rankings. But as far as 1 through 5, for sure, I kind of agree with that. And as far as Travis and Wesley, man, I think that's going to be a banger of a match. Travis, I feel like Travis has a lot of he really wants to come back and show what he has, and I know he has a lot. He is an MMA fighter. He's a great MMA fighter. Wes is also an MMA fighter, and he's shown that he has heart and has power. So it's gonna be a great matchup. But I think I'm gonna go with Travis for this one. I think Travis is gonna come with some, like, a statement. He's gonna wanna. I mean, he was done kind of dirty on his last matchup. He had to go through surgery. He had to go through the healing. He's been in the unknown because of everything that happened in that matchup. So I think Travis is gonna come hungry. He's gonna come prepared, and I don't know, man. If West beat that, then it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. It's gonna go the distance.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen, Jules Scott taking a bit of time away, did him well. We'll see if a little bit of time away does Travis Aragon well. Also coming in with a clean mind, clear head, hasn't been hit in a while, and he's performed when he's been up there. I'm gonna ask you one last question. A guy that you recently just defeated, Amir Nuruddin. Where does he go from here? Do you think he gets another opportunity anytime soon?
I think Amir. I consider Amir a really, really hard hitter. Honestly, he dazed the fuck out of me when he hit me those 2 shots. So he's definitely up there he should be up there in the rankings. But I think in order for him to come up again to like maybe a rematch or anything, he needs to maybe get not a tune-up match, but get a matchup maybe against Jesse, get a matchup against maybe someone lower in the rankings, just so he could continue to show that he does have that power. And then now that he's putting in the work for taking the shots, show that he can take a shot. So I feel like after maybe a match or 2, definitely we'll see him up there against me. I would love to go up against Amir again. That would be a cool match.
Yeah, I mean, right now below the rankings, we have Jesse Nutting, we have Joseph Landman, who he's already defeated, and then Darren Godfrey, who we haven't seen yet. So maybe that next matchup for Amir is currently not on the Power Slap roster, and maybe Amir kind of becomes the gatekeeper potentially of being that top 5 right now, holding down that position. So I guess we'll see. We'll see over time. What the next move is for him. I don't think we've seen the last of him, and hopefully we continue to see the growth of the middleweight division, and we see some more top contenders come into it. But I appreciate you, man, joining me as always. Look forward to once again continuing to develop the story for you guys. We'll be there live in Las Vegas. Travel incredibly safe. And I got one last one for you. If John Davis is watching this, what do you want to say to him?
John, it's the rematch. It's redemption. It's revenge. I'm coming for your ass. All respect, but man, I've been working my ass off. You're going to get slapped really fucking hard. And if you eat that slap me even harder, because I'm going to slap the shit out of you for the second one.
Awesome, buddy. Much love, man. Take care. Travel safe. We'll see you soon.
Much love, dude.
Thanks, buddy.